Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot. It's your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do who is gossiping about you and what are they saying, focusing on these two things. And yeah, it was just time to do one of these, I guess. It was a channeled message, and we'll see what comes through. These are always fun to do. You never know what's going to come out. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find the links necessary to do so in the description box below, or you can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Memberships are now up and running. If you're interested to know more about those, check the join button down below where the subscription button is or used to be. When you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels that I do have available, as well as what options come with each level. And also, if you're a returning subscriber, viewer, supporter, I appreciate you so much for coming back and continuing to be a part of this growing, magnificent tribe. And if you're new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all human here, having this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to come as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our prayer, and we will get this underway. Real quick, while this is lighting up, I am about to be traveling soon, so this should be posted around the time I'm about to leave. And readings might be a little sporadic over the next 2 weeks until things get settled. I know it's been sporadic since the holidays, but once you hang with me, as soon as February gets here, everything will be evened out for sure. Okay, I'll be settled. It won't be the holidays no more, and things will be good. But we'll get there. Okay, just letting you know. All right, my beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading, especially for those of us that may have struggled with people pleasing in the past, and reminding us that when we give ourselves to others, that we are truly doing ourselves a disservice. That if we choose not to follow in the dreams of what we've imagined our lives could be or would be, if we just chose that one thing that maybe we fear the most or that we deeply desire, but we're just not ready to go towards it, when we don't follow those steps, that we actually prevent ourselves from being our truest, most authentic self. And that at the end of the day, whatever anybody's going to say should have no effect on the journey that we have. But sometimes that's easier said than done, right? Sometimes the hurtful words can hurt our heart. It can hurt our emotional egoic wounds that we're dealing with. It can trigger us deeply and prevent us from truly aligning with what it is that you've set before us. And today, Source, I ask that you clear our minds, clear our hearts, and clear our soul of any ties to holding that as a truth in our lives, that we may let go of this and really truly come into alignment with your unconditional love for ourselves and for others on the journey, even if they've done hurtful things or even if they've done whatever it is that they've done. Can you help us come into a place of unconditional love and forgiveness in our hearts so that we may let go of any blocks that are holding us from our dreams, our manifestations, and our own abundance, whatever that may be for each individual human here on this reading. And Source, as these words are spoken unto this space, onto this channel, and onto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho, Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved Source. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get this set up over here. All right. Simplicity is the word today. I don't know what that means, but okay, simplicity. So we are going to go ahead and draw from my intuitive oracle cards. I absolutely love these. I don't bring them out as much as I used to when I first got them, but I still love them so much. Okay, so Source, who is gossiping about my collective and why? Okay, thank you. Who's gossiping about my collective and why? Alright, so source. For pile number 1, what oracle card will help us better understand who is gossiping about pile number 1? Okay, that was the one that wanted to come out. Yeah. Source, and for pile number 2, what oracle card will help us better understand who is gossiping about pile number 2? Thank you. And for pile number 3, source, what oracle card will help us better understand who is gossiping about pile number 3? One card, please. For pile number 3, who is gossiping about pile number 3, source? Okay. Who is gossiping about pile number 3? What oracle card will help us better understand this? Who's gossiping about pile number 3? Whoa, thank you. Oh, that's not the one they want. Oh, okay. That was a weird situation there. We're just going to go with it. I thought it was the one underneath it because it had shot out like that. When I went to go grab it, my finger slid like that and it pulled that card straight out. So weird. So let's go with it. We've got 36 on the bottom here with the loner. I enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. So for the collective, the person that could be gossiping about you is someone who is very much a loner, doesn't have any friends, doesn't like to have any friends. You could be a loner, and that's okay. Whatever it is that you resonate with. So let's go ahead and get this set up here. Make sure that I am in frame. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have this beautiful sodalite gemstone for you to choose from. If we could get it to focus. Okay, for pile number 2, we have this beautiful piece of red jasper. Okay. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful piece of turquoise. It's either turquoise or amazonite. I'm not 100% sure. And I didn't have the little booklet to look at it. I couldn't find it for some reason. We're just going to go with turquoise. Okay, so we've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And I will see you over on your perspective pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of zodalite, or if you were drawn to this image right here, then this is going to be your reading on who is gossiping about you. And we are going to find out why, or like what it is that they're saying. Kind of like more into it. Okay, so with that being said, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you will find all the links necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, hangout session with yours truly. Memberships are now up and live. If you're wondering more information about your memberships or the options of memberships, if you check out the join button down below next to the subscribe button where it used to be or where it still is, if you click that join button, it will show you the 3 levels that I have available as well as the options that come with each level. And for those of you that are returning subscribers, viewers, supporters, I just want to say thank you so much for your continued support, for being a part of this incredible, beautiful, wonderful tribe as it continues to grow. And for those of you that are new here, this is that reminder that we're all here having that human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to come as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into it and find out who, first and foremost, is gossiping about pile number 1, source. Can you tell us who is gossiping about pile number 1, source? What messages can you give to us? Who is it that is gossiping about pile number 1? What would you like to say here, source? Okay, so we've got the 10th house, the moon, and Pisces energy. So it could be a Pisces, it could be a Capricorn, it could be a Cancer. They could have 10th house in Pisces or Cancer. They could have the moon in 10th house as well. Something along those lines. They could have Pisces and a Pisces moon also. But this is someone at work. This also could be a baby's daddy, okay? That's something that's very specific coming through, but that is the energy that I did hear right now. But for most, this is somebody that's at work, somebody that you do work with, somebody that is very limiting of themselves. Like, they don't believe in their own power. They don't believe in their own abilities. They just really think life is handed to some and it's taken away from others, as to which they feel like they are the victim here. And so they're like shaming your success is what it feels like here. Okay? This is somebody that sees you as finding success in the smallest of things, like almost as if life just comes easy to you. Like, not seeing that you've had to work hard to get to where you are, but just seeing it as like, oh my gosh, life has come easy to pile one. Like, they've never had to work hard. They don't know what it is to do what I do. This is someone who's very, very pessimistic in life, okay? Like, when they're around you, they have negative things to say about your positive things. When they're around everyone else, they have negative things to say about their positive things. Okay, this is someone who is very self-sacrificing. They're self-pitying. They're their own self-undoing. They're an escapist. They may have some sort of addiction to being a negative person. This is somebody who doesn't have anything positive to say because they're always being guided by how their emotions are being triggered. Okay, they've got a lot of different mood swings. They go through a lot of different things on a day-to-day basis. Like, there's nothing that is equalized in this person's life. Like, they basically just live from one mood to the next. And sometimes it's a really good mood. Sometimes it's a really bad mood. Sometimes it's kind of, whatever, meh, whatever. But even if they're in a really, really good mood, they will bring themselves down to a lower vibration even still because of their negativity. This is someone who's extremely, extremely negative. This is someone who experiences really high highs and really low lows. And that could be what they have an addiction to as well, is experiencing those. So it's like when they're really, really in a good mood, they want everybody to celebrate them, for them to be the center of the attention, for them to be the focus. But when someone else is successful or is doing well, they like diminish their light by being completely negative and disconnected. Like, oh, like you really deserve that. I do have another candle on standby, but it's interesting because I really believe there was enough in there to go through at least your reading. And as we're talking about it, look, there it just went out. So yeah, they don't have the capacity to celebrate everyone else, but they want to be celebrated. Even for the littlest things, like they want to be celebrated. So it's like, oh, they had I don't know, like maybe they got a birthday card or something like that from somebody that they didn't know, or could have even come in from the dentist's office or something like that. And they want everybody to know about it. They want everybody to hear about it. And they want everybody to say good things about them, but they don't have any good things to say about another person. So today we're going to use my mini Tarot Marseille, or well, it's not my mini. I do have a mini one actually, but this is my little Tarot Marseille because I have my large one that I always go to. So this is the one we're using today. All right, Source, can you tell us who's gossiping about pile one? Can you tell us more about it? So we're going to tap into what it is that they're saying, or what's going on, what's creating them to gossip about you, like why. So we're just going to go with what comes out, okay? So just know that it could be more about who this is, it could be what they're saying, and it could be why they're saying it. So keep an open mind. Source, can you tell us more for pile number one about who is gossiping about them? What are the messages coming through? Who's gossiping about pile number one? Yeah, okay, so it does want to come out in the reverse. This is not surprising. Again, this is somebody from work. Okay, this is somebody who has a problem with authority. This is someone who doesn't mind stepping on toes to getting where they're going. This is someone who is very strict and concerned, overbearing. Like, again, that energy, it's like, I want to take over, and no matter what anybody else is experiencing, my stuff is far more important than everyone else's. Like, they stubbed a toe, and that, like, precedes you having experienced maybe a loss of a job, or a loss of an income, or a broke down car. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, this person is very interesting. They see you as an authority figure, and they have a problem with you because you seem like an authority figure. You seem like a leader. So they're going to say something about it because they see you leading people. They see people following you and they think that you're just lucky. Like you got, oh, that was easy. Well, this person is an interesting energy. All right, let's see what's coming out. Look, the moon again, but in reverse. This person poses a threat to you, or they're like very dangerous to be around your energy. This person has a way of influencing you to not believe in yourself. And sources saying like, don't worry about it. Look, here you are, the Queen of Swords. It's okay for you to cut this person out, to cut conversation with this person, to say, hey, I got other things I got to focus on. Because even though they shake you, like this person does shake you when they come into your energy. Again, they could be Pisces. This could be a Pisces in your energy. It doesn't have to be. Could be a Libra, a Cancer, a Capricorn, or an Aries, a Gemini we've got as well. We've got Leo energy here. But I do feel Pisces energy is very relevant. This person could have a moon in Pisces with the Pisces and the moon that we have up here. This is someone who has a tendency to like knock you off your guard and then like feel really good about it. Like when they have you in a place of like struggling or suffering, they're like, yeah, ha ha ha, I got pile number one. They don't, you know, finally they're on my level. Like they know how I feel. And it's all about control. What's peeking out over here, the Nine of Swords. It's like, you know, this person is very negative. Like, you know, they're very low vibrational. You know, you don't want to spend time around them. You know that you don't want that in your energy. Like, they've got so much other stuff that they got to focus on and face and deal with. Not your problem. Yeah, look at this. We've got the Queen of Coins next to the Ace of Coins in the upright. That's all they can focus on, is the fact that you have an option to maybe bring in better finances than they can. So it's like, if you guys work on the same level, like if you have the same kind of, say you have an entry level job together and you're getting recognition to move up in your position, but no one's talked to them, but there's gossip or there's ripples and rumors around the office. Oh, pile number one is going to move up in their position. They're doing so good. Like, they came in with all this experience. Like, they're not looking at the fact that you have experience. They don't care. They just see what they see right now. So say this person has never worked in the industry that you all work in, and then you came in and you've worked in this industry for, say, 20 years. Okay, just an example here. You have all this background to bring into it, which is going to be beneficial to it. And they have beneficial energies that they can bring in as well, because it means that they're moldable. You might not be as moldable as they are. But what's going on is you're relying on your experience, which you should. Of course, you absolutely should. But because of that, like, they got a problem with it because you're getting recognized and you're getting praise, and they want that praise and they don't know how to get it. But part of that praise is just, it's sincerely coming from, you have more experience than they do. And so there's a huge opportunity that's knocking on your door, right? And so if you get moved up into a manager's position, this is someone who's going to come in. Sorry, my younger dog, she's got very, very heavy feet. And so when she runs around in the RV, it shakes everything. And so this person sees you as somebody who's potentially moving up into authority, and they're going to have a huge problem with it. They're going to make a lot of noise about it. And then we also have the Lover card, which is connected to Gemini energy. And Gemini energy in its shadow is talking about gossip. It's talking about spreading those rumors, like doing all that stuff behind someone's back because of trying to get their way. And it's like this very big shadow energy that's coming in. Like, I can't believe that pile number one is able to move up in the company. Like, maybe they've been there longer than you. Maybe they've been there the whole 6 months, right, before you got there. And you just walked in the door, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, look at pile one. Look at how good they are. Like, look at what the amazing things that they're bringing here. Like, they're so talented. And it doesn't even have to be like anything crazy. It's just that it feels like you just have a better head on your shoulders. Like, you're open to opportunities, you're open to learning, you're open to experiencing the truth of new things. And this person just really feels like they're entitled to being recognized for what they actually don't even have to offer. Like some people really, really be sitting here believing, oh, I have a right to be seen for what I don't have to offer. And you're like, okay. Right? And so they're very confused right now. Like, they've got all these feelings going on inside of them. They're very confused about it. And they're in this place of just being very, like, their way of getting back is by poking at other people. Like, that's their way of getting back. Like, they just want to be in this place of being able to be seen as somebody who has clout, and they really don't here, right? They have a resistance to change. They only want to preserve what their existing assets are. So if they're new to this company and they came in and people were saying, oh, you've been doing a good job, you've been doing really well, and then suddenly you came in with your experience and everybody's like, whoa, look at pile one, like, that's awesome. It feels like to them that you took all the attention off of them, and now they're like, what the heck, like, what is the deal with this? I'm gonna hurt pile number one by spreading rumors about them, because to them the only thing that matters is material wealth. And they just want to grow because they're intimidated here, and they think that you're a menace in their life. They're fearful of really embracing that feminine energy of being able to accept you as you are and as you come. 1331 on the clock. It's like this energy, I'm afraid to open up to pile number one because I just see them as my biggest threat. I see them as my biggest problem. Like, they came in and disrupted my life, and unbeknownst to you, pile one, it's not like you came in intentionally saying, let me hurt this person, you know? Like, no, of course not. Again, some people just really believe that they're entitled to what's rightfully another person's because they never actually put in the effort. They just believe that because they're taking up space or they have, you know, seniority, and not that much, you know? When you experience 6 months in an industry and you're trying to take precedence over someone who has been in the industry for years and years and years, like, really the only asset that you bring is that you can mold into that company's policies, and that's it. Which somebody who has that experience, they may be stubborn and stuck in their ways, but someone who's been in it for a long time knows that it's okay to maintain an air of a beginner's mindset so that they can continue to contribute to wherever it is they're working at. But this person doesn't see it that way. They just see you as coming in and taking their position, like, oh, of course they gave it to pile number one. Like, you're like high school. It's what it feels like high school, you know, like, you're the popular kid and they wanted to be the popular kid, but because you came into the school, everybody's falling in love with you and they feel like they worked so hard to have your position, but they didn't. Okay, like, that's what I want you to know here. They didn't. And so really we're focusing on who this person is what source is for you, pile number one. They're making it very clear. It is a coworker here. It is somebody who feels like you're taking money off of their table and putting it on yours instead. Source is saying, no, you've done the hard work, pile number one. Don't trip on it. Don't trip, chocolate chip, okay? Be all right. You got this. You worked hard for what you have, and that's fair. Right? It's like that. What is it? Like, it's not, life isn't fair. Life is about faith. Life comes to those who choose to have faith. It's a choice that we make, but that doesn't make it fair, because those that say they have faith but don't practice faith think that, oh, well, I have faith too, so why isn't it coming to me? But it's a lifelong practice. And they don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you've experienced. They don't know your perspective on things, but you've chosen to have faith that things are working out for you instead of things happening to you. And seeing it from that positive perspective puts you into a whole different vibration than somebody who's constantly in their negative mindset, who's constantly in this negative place saying like, oh, this, oh, that, oh, this, oh, that, and I deserve it, you know? Look, I didn't even know this was on the bottom. I was just talking. So we have number 10 here with elephant and leadership. That's the other reason that they're gossiping about you, is because they see you as a leader. Everybody sees you as a leader. They know you're walking into a leadership position. And they have a problem with it because they feel like they rightfully earned that. But again, sources pointing out they didn't. Not at all. They didn't rightfully earn that. They didn't rightfully go through what you went through. And so now they're mad about it because source is bringing in, and part of this, okay, sorry, my dog, she's running again. Part of this is bringing you into the picture to trigger them, right? When we have volcano and volatility come through, this card talks about something that is completely beyond our control, but that triggers us so much that can either force us into healing or force us into retreating. And I feel like they're absolutely retreating here. I mean, maybe eventually they will heal, but right now I don't feel that. I feel like they're just very mad. They're very angry. And they're angry at you, but it's misplaced because this is something that Source brought in. And it's like, Source is cool. If we're mad at Source, Source is like, cool. Because at least if you're mad, like, you're still connecting with Source. You're like, I'm mad at you. You did this to me. Why did you do this to me? But if we continue to stay mad, then we're doing ourselves that disservice and not taking the healing seriously, right? And that's where that line is. But I do feel like this person is getting that seed planted and being shown that they have an opportunity to heal here. I absolutely love that this is showing up behind it. We have ancient healing wisdom. Yeah, so you brought in to heal this person, and it's up to them to choose that healing, but right now the reason they're gossiping about you is because they feel like you've taken what was rightfully theirs. And Source is just saying here, don't trip on it. No, you didn't. You didn't take anything away from them. I brought you here for purpose. Like, I'm going to give you what you rightfully deserve. Co-create with spirit. It's flying out. We have number 17, which is 8 numerology. This is this person's karmic cycle. Okay, you're coming into abundance, and this person has a problem with anybody that has abundance because they're not ready or willing to own it themselves, and that's okay. That's their journey. There's no right or wrong, right? It simply just is. We have number 5 here, Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. So this is something that will absolutely help them on down the line. You might not be around to see it. Okay, and that's not for us to see, right? Sometimes we just have to be okay with knowing that we're not going to be there to experience or witness somebody's change. Like, we might help with the change, but we're not there to witness the change. Can we be okay with that? Right? On the bottom, we have the 12th house, spirituality, transcendence, karma, right? Sacrificial service and healing. Source showing you're actually the karmic in this person's life. And a lot of us are sort of, I'm not the karmic. I'm the one that has the karmic. No, like, we're all karmics to each other. Like, that's just the way it works, okay? Like, don't be so resistant to that, because sometimes the things that we're going through, we're bringing karma to another person. Not good or bad, just simply as it is. That's it. Okay, that's just the way it works. And so you're bringing that healing into this person's life, and they're struggling with it right now because it's not something that they want to face. And so when we don't want to face those parts of ourselves that are being brought forth for us to heal, the first thing that we do is we find a way to retreat. And this person's way to retreat is by gossiping and spreading rumors. And we can sit in a place of being angry and mad, like, why are you gossiping about me? You should know better than that. Or we could come from a place of love, which is our goal on this journey, is to be beings of unconditional love, and say, you know what? I hope they find their peace. I hope they find their balance, and may healing always find them in their best state, right? And that's the way for us to move on without taking things personal on this journey. We have on the table. Didn't I say that you were putting money on your table, taking money off of their table? That is so crazy. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, a promotion, or step up. This is their energy. This is what Source is saying. Like, they're bringing you into their life to make them do this. Step up or step off. There is no in between, okay? There's no, you're going to get something for nothing. That is not how life works, unfortunately, right? Or fortunately, just depending on who you are. Some of us do enjoy the hard work, but there's a vast majority of us that don't, and we would rather just life come and fall into our laps, and that's not what happens in this realm, right? We live in a very contrast realm, and that means that we take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. We have shift. Taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow and change and learn. You reach the end of a route where you cannot continue traveling. So again, this is pointing towards their energy. This is Source is trying to explain to you who this person is. They're at the end of this road where they cannot continue to stay in the energy that they've been in, right? If they continue to stay in the energy that they've been in, they're not going to go anywhere, and they're going to get quite frustrated along the way. We have Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So I do feel like they are also a part of your past. So it's like, even though it's hurtful that someone might gossip about us, they're a part of your journey right now to help you come from that higher vibration, that higher vibrational love, where you're just like basically releasing them on their journey and knowing it's nothing personal. Even if it feels personal, it really never is, right? It's just them dealing with their own personal life, and it's really just about projection. So let's see what we've got. Sacrifice, bull. Yeah, there's a lot of turmoil coming in right now, and they have to sacrifice their old way of thinking, right? This is someone who doesn't want to sacrifice. They're very stubborn. This could be a Taurus that we are dealing with as well. Okay. We've got Eagle Communion. Yeah, Source is saying this is something that I am doing, right? This is really talking with the animals and the birds and Source through all different types of energies, through all different avenues, and knowing that we're all connected. Many leaves in one tree, right? We are all connected. And so seeing that, it's like Source is trying to remind this person that we are all connected and there's no reason to take it out on everybody else. And unfortunately, you may be the recipient of that, but the reason Source chose you to go through this is because you're the one that is strong enough to deal with it, right? Like House 7, exactly. They're confirming profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. This also talks about business relationships. So with House 7 coming out here, Source being very clear that this is a business relationship. We said that it was at work. So that's why I drew some of the work cards here for you. We have guidance. Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You are discovering another piece of your destiny and your purpose in life. And I feel like this is equally true for both of you. You both are experiencing something from the other without maybe necessarily knowing that. Great match. Yeah. You are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. And I feel like this is helping you to come into the strength of what it is that you really want to be in this life. Caution. Use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. More going out than coming in. So yeah, being careful here, like even if you do get a raise here or if you get a promotion, just remember to create an egg's nest for yourself. Like it may be that you could have, spending could be your fallback, your addiction to cover up for the emotional hurt that might be coming through in regards to this connection, okay? We do have Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. We had healer come out with volcano on the bottom here. So definitely you are healing others, okay? And this card actually has come out so much. I know what it is, okay? Like I do know what this card is. It's traumatized. I believe it's number 44. I'm not 100% sure. Let's look at it. Okay, yeah, number 44, the traumatized. I acknowledge that I have been traumatized, but also that I'm healing. I don't ever remember the affirmation. I just remember the traumatized. And it's just because this one is so vivid. This image here, it's like getting smacked in the head by this lightning bolt. There's storms going all around. But what we can also miss in the depths of the storm is that it is providing nutrition for new growth. Something beautiful to emerge here if we allow it to. And transformation can seem small in these times of hardships. Transformation can seem so far away. And they're saying here just to embody and embrace your truth in this situation, even if this person does get on your nerves or hurt you or whatever it is, not taking it so personal and remembering that this person has got a lot of inner turmoil coming out. They themselves have also been very traumatized. And through that, we also, a lot of us who are healing come into people's lives who have not been healed or have chosen not to heal. We come into their lives to help them heal because we're reflecting back to them their internal selves, right? We are a reflection of what they can find within themselves. And so when there's jealousy and hurt and dismay that's coming to the surface, it's because they're not being true to themselves. And so instead of being angry at them, it really serves us to come from a place of compassion and understanding that, hey, I also was once in that place of not being healed. And I know this journey is tough. So I'm just going to wish you the best of the best and hope that you find your true love within. And remember that you are worthy of loving yourself. And you don't have to say it to their face or anything like that. It's just saying it in a prayer. And I always add on, if this person is open to receiving this prayer, because sometimes they're not, but when you say that, it does give their higher self a chance to hold on to that prayer for them so that when they are ready to receive it, then it will still be there for them. So it's not just empty, it's going out. Sometimes those are the greatest prayers that we can say on one another. Okay, but I do feel like that's what's coming through for you here. This person's been deeply traumatized. and you are sent to help them heal. They were also sent to help you heal something that was off balance, but that's why this person is gossiping about you. This is who this person is too. They're just showing you a snapshot into their lives as well. So if you feel like this is your reading, excuse me, leave the little angel emoji down below and say, I allow Archangel Raphael to help me be the healer I am. So you let Source know you're calling in this higher vibrational energy. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, though, and get on out of here. Leave me a thumbs up. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming through to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful red jasper, or if you were drawn to this image here, this is going to be your reading on who's gossiping about you right now. I am also going to be looking into possibly what it is they're saying or why it is that they're gossiping about you. We're going to let Source determine how the reading wants to go in that regards. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links below in the description box necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Also, memberships are now live, so if you're wondering more about those, if you check the join button where the subscribe button used to be or still is, when you click on that, it will show you the levels available as well as the options available for each level. And I do just want to send a shout out and a thank you to those of you for your continued support, your subscriptions, for you coming back and continuing to watch these videos and being a part of this incredible growing tribe. I'm so honored to be a part of this and to experience this journey with you. And if you are new here, this is a welcome and a reminder that we are all here having this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to come as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it and find out who is gossiping about pile number 2, Source. What messages do you have for us? Who is gossiping about pile number 2? What would you like to share here, Source? Who's gossiping about pile number 2? Okay, interesting. So we've got the 10th house, we've got Capricorn energy, and we've got Mercury. With Mercury coming out, definitely clarifying that they are gossiping. They got some things to say. With 10th house here, we do have, it is at work. Okay, so somebody that you work with, somebody that you connect with in a work setting. With Capricorn, this could also be a baby's daddy. Okay, so just putting that out there for some of those that you'll know if it is or not. That is just an underlying message. Okay, this is someone who could be, they could have Gemini in the 10th house. They could have Capricorn in the 10th house. They could be a Capricorn sun, Gemini, Virgo sun, Gemini, Virgo moon, I'm hearing, or Capricorn rising. If you know that, okay, not everybody knows that. So just, again, take what resonates if you know anything about them like that. This is someone who's very pessimistic. It's not surprising. We had that same energy in the beginning, but most gossipers are very pessimistic. They're just not positive. Like, they can feign and fake positivity, but really at the end of the day, their stuff stumbles out, right? Like, and we know that they're very negative. Okay? This is someone who sees you gaining public they don't want me to talk. All right, let's get it. They see you gaining public reputation and recognition. They see you accomplishing your goals, okay? So if this is somebody that has fathered a child for you, like, they are really jealous because you're gaining more than what they have. And it could even be a father, okay? 10th house can point out your own father. But also with the 10th house, we do have work situation. So these are all the energies that are coming through. But again, take it as it resonates. We'll get more into it here. They see you becoming an expertise in your field or whatever it is that you're doing. So even if you work together, like you might even work in completely different parts in your job, in different departments. That's what I was trying to find there. Yeah, this person does not want me to talk. Like, they're really upset about it. They're just like, no, I don't want this person to know that I'm saying things about them. It's like, I don't want them to know what I'm saying about them. I just want to continue on with my negative energy behind closed doors, or, well, not really behind closed doors, but behind their closed doors and out in public. Because I want to be right. I want everybody to see me as being right. I want everybody to see me as the victim in this situation. I want everybody to see me as somebody who's been hurt by pile number 2, and that pile number 2 is a no good doer. No good nothing for blah, blah, blah. Wow, okay. They just have really unkind things to say because they want everybody to see them as like, A, they're either some kind of unsung hero, or B, like they're a victim in a situation that you had complete control over, which makes no sense, right? Especially if you work with this person, like how did you have complete control over anything that had to do with their lives? If it's family, or if it's someone that's like your baby's father or your kid's father, your children's father, like it's like, okay, like you made your choice. Like if we're not together in a relationship, we made our choice to split. You made your choice to live your life. And regardless if we were even still together, that's still your life to live. Equally so, if this is a father energy coming through, again, the same thing. Like, it's their life to live. Okay? It's their life to figure it out. It's their life to go and become their best version of themselves. And just because you've chosen to become your best version of yourself, that in no way, shape, or form is actually a reflection on their life. Good or bad. Right? It's you choosing to live your life the way that you need to live your life. This person's extremely rigid and cynical. They feel very burdened. They're self-limiting. This is someone who wants to be in control. This is someone who is very much against people who are disciplined and persistent and hardworking, because when they come up against these people, like they immediately find something wrong with them. Like they've got a problem with anybody who works hard for themselves. And part of it could be because this person is lazy. I mean, that could be. And so when they go up against someone who's actually hardworking, you know, those people who have all those stories about, oh, well, I used to. Oh, well, back in my day, I used to be the best of the best, or I used to have all the muscles, or I used to be the hardest one that worked out. And it's like, okay, but that was then, and this is now. And just because you did that 20 years ago, or 5 years ago, or a year ago, or even 6 months ago, that is in no way, shape, or form who you are today, nor is that consistency in your life right now, which can't bring any kind of success into their life because it's not now. Used to be. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's nice. We all used to be babies, but we're not anymore. Right? Like, it's just such a weird thing here. It does feel like maybe you've known this person for a while with Mercury here. They could be someone from your childhood and you guys got reunited in a work situation. If it's a baby's daddy, this is someone that you've known for a huge portion of your life. And of course, if it is a father figure coming in, that absolutely makes sense here. This is someone who cannot understand how you think about the world, but they see your intelligence and it makes them feel small because they know that they cannot observe the world the way that you do. They don't speak the way that you do. They don't see things the way that you do. And so you're triggering them on various many different levels. And of course, unintentionally. Not like you came in to be the bane of their existence. This person, you know, like I was saying actually earlier, I was saying we're all sent to be karmics to one another. Everybody's a karmic in life. Whether we feel like the victim or not, it doesn't matter. We're all here because we're all helping to grow one another. That's just the way it is. If we refuse to learn from another individual, or we refuse to stop, if we stop learning on our journey, we're going backwards. And that's life. If you choose not to become like the sun, it's been raining all day and there's clouds in the sky. It's all dark and the sun is coming out way behind the clouds. It looks so beautiful right now. That's the thing. You can let the clouds be your life. You can let the storm be your life, or you can choose to see the sun on the other side. It's always there, right? The sun doesn't go away just because it's raining or because there's clouds. The sun doesn't go away, but some people don't see it that way. They see it like, oh, it's always a storm in my life, which means the sun will never shine. Well, the sun is shining behind the clouds. Just because they choose to look at it from a pessimistic perspective doesn't make it any less true, right? So, Source, can you tell us more about this for pile number 3? Who's gossiping about pile number 2? My apologies. It's been a long day. Who is gossiping about pile number 2, Source? Okay, they want one more. Thank you. Who's gossiping about pile number 2? Sometimes people just, like, they don't see it. It's like you're trying to help people see it as a glass half full, and they're all like, no, it's not. It's half empty. And you're like, you get the same no matter what, but how you look at it changes everything, right? Who's gossiping about pile number 2? What can you tell us, Source? Yeah, this is someone who feels very stuck in their situation. Like, they don't have any way of getting out. And that, you know, that's oftentimes so not true, right? We just don't see it as we can get out. This is someone who's very impulsive, very guarded about themselves. They do not nurture others, nor do they nurture themselves. Source, who's gossiping about pile number 2? This could be a Libra. This could be a Taurus as well. Okay, thank you. All right, Source, who's gossiping about pile number 2? What else would you like to say here? Thank you. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, okay, so honestly, pile 2. Again, if it is a coworker, take it. But with the 3 of Cups here in the reverse, it does really clarify that this is a family member. Okay, and with Capricorn energy, Capricorn is the father of the zodiac, so this absolutely could be a father. Okay, it doesn't have to be. It could be someone that you see as a father figure. It could be someone that, it could be a grandfather, an uncle, a great-grandfather. It could even be a cousin, an older cousin. It could be an older brother. Okay, it does feel like a masculine, and it doesn't even have to be a masculine, like a man. It could be a masculine sign woman, someone who is a fire sign or an air sign, okay? But with this, we do have it pointing towards a father figure, okay? Being the father of the zodiac and having that fatherly energy here. And with the 3 of Cups in reverse, this talks about childhood neglect. Okay, that's exactly what this talks about. So this person expects you to lift them up emotionally. This person expects you to help them feel better when things are hard. Like this person, and that's why they're gossiping about you, is because it's like you maybe stopped giving to this person so much. You maybe stopped being there for this person in an emotional way because it's too draining, right? To carry somebody else's emotional burdens is entirely draining. And that leaves us no space to work on ourselves. And it's like, that's yours to work with. I have to, it's basically like saying, like, I have to work on my own stuff. You make it clear that I have to work through my own stuff. So if you're making it openly clear that I have to work on my stuff, where in all of this does it make sense for me to work on my own things and also try to carry you through yours? When you've made it abundantly clear that you don't give two patoots about my own emotions or my own struggles or what it is that I'm going through, because they don't. This person absolutely doesn't. But for so long, they've expected you to carry them. And they see you coming into this place of success. They see you coming into this place of abundance. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid now because now I cannot control pile number 2. Like, I've always been able to control them. This is somebody who's very manipulative. Okay, this is someone who finds out how to emotionally manipulate others, and they lean into that. And when that doesn't work, because it's always worked for them, when that does not work, they freak out because they're like, oh, I can't do that. And why doesn't it work for you? Because you see this coming from a mile away. You didn't used to. It feels like you didn't used to see this person coming from a mile away, but your fortune in life has changed. Why? Because now you've healed such a huge portion of your own wounds and discrepancies and soul burdens that Source says, okay, now I'm going to give you the gift of discernment. This person has no gift. They don't have a gift of discernment. What's peeking out on the bottom here? Yeah, this person is cold. This person is cruel. This person is ruthless. This person is just like, they want everybody else to suffer when they're suffering, but they don't care when another person is suffering. They just check out. They're basically like, oh, well, that's your problem. And then the question becomes, pile 2. The question really does come down to, okay, you want me to do something that you yourself are not willing to do. Let's break it down. How does that work? It doesn't. None of that works. Right? And here's the thing, it's like you've gotten used to dealing with this you've gotten used to dealing with this person on many levels with this 2 of coins here. Let's talk about these two. Let's talk about these two real quick. You've gotten used to dealing with this person. Like, basically you're saying, okay, you know what? I know who you are. I know your colors. I don't have to tell you your colors to your face because you make it abundantly clear. You may say whatever you want about me behind my back, but the funny thing about that is that eventually people are going to start seeing you for who you are, and I don't have to say anything. I don't. Why? Because that's how Source works. Like, Source is like, it's cool. We'll let those low vibrational people think they've won. We'll let them think they're on top, and then the minute they let their guard down, Source is like, well, bam! Guess what? I made pile 2 a testimony. They're my testimony. They're not your testimony. They're not that person down the block, Steve's testimony. They're not Patrick's testimony. They're not Nelson's testimony. They're not Ann, Sue's, or Gretchen's testimony. They're not anybody else's testimony but my own. I have no idea why the names are coming through, but let's get it. Right? Bye, Felicia. I just heard that so loud right now. Okay, so the thing is that's it. You used to self-sabotage yourself because you were trying to juggle this person's emotions and your own. And it's like when you were self-sabotaging yourself, it's like this person almost like was indignant to the situation. They're like, yeah, that's right. There's like that arrogance that's coming through. Like you owe them. What do you owe them? If this person couldn't give to you, like, especially if this is somebody that you grew up with or somebody that you were around for a long time, if they couldn't give to you what you deserved, why on earth do you owe it to them? Why? You know, a lot of people have excuses. Oh, well, they did this, or they were like that for me, or they helped me here. If somebody's only helping you so that they can gain clout out in the everyday world, they're not doing it because they care. They're doing it to use you. That's what they're doing. And they're mad about your happiness. Ooh. We have happiness with dolphin on the bottom here. Like, you're creating your happiness. That's the thing. This person doesn't know what happiness is. Like, they cannot cultivate happiness in their own life because they're constantly worrying about how they can be seen. Like, when I say this person wants to use people's emotions against them, this person likes gaining sympathy from people for no reason. Because that makes them feel seen. It makes them feel heard. Even though the people they're gaining sympathy from can't ever relate to them. Right? But Source showed you, again, this idea that discernment came through. This is what Source is saying here. This person, like, thought that they had the fog over you. They thought that you were always going to be in the dark because for a long time you were. But then Source is like, no, I am going to shine a light so bright on you for pile 2 so that they cannot mistake who you are. And there is no obligation here, right? You're not obligated to carry them. You're not obligated to help them because they have to help themselves. You know, what is it? We're sent here. Yes, Rhino Spirit. I love that. We're sent here to help others who want to help themselves. Other than that, we can't help people. If they're not ready to take on that journey themselves, that is not our business. That's their business. Overcome any obstacle. Exactly. That's what you were meant to overcome this obstacle. They were sent to help activate your third eye. And to help show others that there's an abundant universe. That Source will always provide. I feel like even for them, like, you were sent into their life to remind them that Source is always going to provide. But faith has to come first. Ridicule, judgment, gossiping, indignation, like none of that is going to bring to you the life that you want, or even the people that you want into your life, right? Some people just do it for the attention because they've never had attention in their life. And if you're doing something that's gaining you attention in your life, maybe you're on social media, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're a famous cook, or you're going to become a famous cook, or maybe you're an artist that's getting recognized, or a musician that's getting recognized, whatever it is. You could even be like, I am hearing it. Whoa, I'm not surprised that came out. This has come out twice today. And that's the first time that this card has come out so much. Like, this card rarely ever makes an appearance. Okay. This is the wounded healer coming through with Chiron. This is one of your deepest hurts. So them gossiping about you is like the reason they're in your life right now is to heal one of your deepest wounds. And this is what's going to help you connect with the whole world on a much deeper level. Like more than this person ever could, right? More than they ever could. This is like something you're meant to go through. As frustrating as that is, it's also a big part of bringing hope into your life, because it means that you're going to get through it. The more you focus on yourself, the more you heal, the more you focus on what needs to be done for you, the more you heal from this. And the less you focus on them, the more frustrated it makes them, but the better you feel. Scorpio, could be a Scorpio in your life, but intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. So look, we have a lot of energies here. Source is going to expose them. Isn't that what I said? Sometimes Source gives the enemy success. Like it's like false success. Like here's a false sense of security. Yeah, everybody sees you. Everybody sees you complaining. Everybody sees you as the victim. Everybody sees you as the hero in the situation. Everybody sees you doing whatever it is that you want to be seen as. But because there's no honor or integrity behind their intentions, Source waits until they get real comfortable. Real comfortable being who they are and doing what they do, and then they pull out the carpet underneath them and they go flying. They don't just fall down. They go flying, and they hit every branch on the way down. They get exposed, and it's all because you're purging and renewing your energy, going through that death and that rebirth. Like you're not holding on to it. You're like, look, I gotta get out of here, homie. Like I gotta go. I got things to do and places to see. And you're not one of them. Look, we have Archangel Michael coming. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So this is something you've had to work through. Especially if this is somebody that you've loved, right? That's something that's so hard for us. Like, we love so deeply, and the people that we love might not always love us back the way that we love them. Yeah, so we have Rosette on the bottom. You have a gift with working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping or teaching or parenting children. So again, this is that confirmation. This could absolutely be a father figure. It could be a mother figure with a masculine sign, okay? Take it as it resonates. Now let's get one of the shadow aspects of this reading. Source, what would you like to come through for the shadow aspect here? And I think I'm going to get some Panther cards for you, pile 2. Since I do feel like this is more than... I don't really feel like it is a work situation, but for some of you it could be. Dropping the ball, I just heard. Someone's dropping the ball. Okay. Drowning. You're going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. So I feel like this is where they're at. Like, I do feel like they're drowning in their own pool of lies. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Let's get one of these for you. And just because for some it is a work situation, so I want to get one of the working or life and career cards out here for pile 3. Woo, child, yes, ending. Didn't I say that? You're going through a death and a rebirth with the Scorpio energy. Look, we have answers on the bottom. You will resolve your current situation soon. Work-wise, you find unique ways to stand out. You find a new opening with job security. Yeah, Source is about to make you a testimony in this person's life. So don't trip, chocolate chip, okay? Ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. So if this is a work situation, like, you're not going to be there long enough for it to matter much anymore. Like, basically getting away from this is going to give you a fresh perspective on your own life. But the reason that you're here right now is because you're healing something that deeply needs to be healed within yourself. And you're also, on a cosmic level, you're bringing healing to this person, right? Boom. You're on your path of purpose. I feel like you are a healer. Like, whatever you do, it doesn't matter what you do, your path of purpose is healing. Like, that's what it feels like here with Shark and Purpose coming out. You're also this apex predator out in a world that has a problem with people who are independent, who are rebellious to the system, who are taking on and living in their truth and their journey. Like, that's that thing. You become an apex predator, so you become a threat to people who can't do that or don't know how. Yeah, submerged iceberg. Like, you're only seeing 10% of what this person is sharing. So this person may lash out at you at sometimes. This person may say things. But to be honest here, like, there's a whole lot more that's down beneath the surface. This person's saying, doing, acting, being that you're not seeing. Also with iceberg submerged, I feel like this is just that reminder that this person's got a whole lot of turmoil going on inside of them. This person is dealing with it, and they don't want to face it. We had 24:42 on the clock. Yeah, this person just doesn't want to face their own hardships. They don't want to face their own karma. They don't want to face their own hurt. They don't want to face their own suffering. So instead of facing it, it's just easier to project that out onto everyone else in this fashion of, let me make you feel as I do, because misery loves company. And this person has lived in a long state of misery for a long time, and they don't know how to be anything else. And honestly, Pile 2, for me personally, it's sad. That's really sad. Like, you don't know how to be happy. You don't know how to cultivate happiness. You don't know how to become your best self, right? And we saw here on the bottom, look, we've got 42 with dolphin and happiness. You're cultivating your own happiness. Look at this. We've got 44 in truth, Jekyll truth. And beneath that, we do have some of you, this is a work situation with beaver and work. But for some of you, it's not. For some of you, it is a home situation. What's the shadow aspect here, Source? Empty. The truth is that you simply don't feel fulfilled. It is worth the wait to find true happiness. Wow, isn't that funny? I was talking about happiness, and then there we go. Source is like, I got you. This is why we're talking about it. They're empty inside. So the only way that they know how to fill it up is to fill it up. Wow, do you see what flew out? By being a bully. I was just going to say that. By being a bully. By being a jerk. And then bully comes flying out. So Source, what else do you want to say? Can we please have a few more Panther cards for pile number 2? What else would you like to say? Can we please have a couple more Panther cards for pile number 2, Source? Thank you. Whoa, okay, thank you. So that one, and that one. All right. On the bottom, look, loss, bereavement, sorrow, and damage. This is the state that they're always living in. Like, it is a constant state of sorrow, right? Why do I hear that song? There will be sorrow, yeah, there will be sorrow, and there will be sorrow no more. Oh, who sings that? I used to love that band so much, and I cannot remember. If y'all know who sings that, definitely say that below to help out the other people on pile 2 so they can check it out. You might want to check out the lyrics to that song. But that's the thing, like, you're overcoming your own sorrow. Why? Because that's your business. That's yours to deal with. That is your baggage, babe. And for them, they don't even want to face their own sorrow. Like, they're just not down with it, okay? So they'd rather just be a bully. Embarrassment, gossip. What we're talking about, this whole reading is all about gossip. And the first card out from the Panther Oracle, here we go, gossip. Unwillingness. They just would rather point the finger and make you feel bad about who you are than to deal with the truth of themselves. They have a very muddied perspective on what life can be. And maybe they grew up being bullied too, and they only know how to pass it on. Inducement. Persuasion, bribe, and temptation. Like, they're trying to make you feel so bad about what it is that you're doing or how well you're doing. They're hoping that that's enough to tempt you away from continuing on. But again, there's this caution here, this accident, danger, caution, and injury. I feel like Source is going to really bring down the anvil. If you all watched Looney Tunes growing up, they're going to drop the anvil on this person. Like, it's basically, you're going to get your comeuppance, right? Evidence. detection, investigation, and proof. Source is turning you into a testimony. They're tired of people treating you this way, but they also have done it with purpose so that you can become resilient to it. Because the more you are known for whatever you have going on for you, the more trolls are going to appear, the more low vibrational people who are going to appear, because they want to do the same thing that this person is doing and try to deter you from your journey. But if you deal with it on a very close to home situation, whatever someone else has to say about it, it's just not going to matter. Look, natural disaster, risk, frustration, and survive. This person's in survival mode. And here you go. What did I say? Source making you a testimony. We have jackpot, fortune, and reward. Source is making you a testimony. There's nothing that this person can do to knock you off your guard. Yeah. One day they're going to have to stop, break, pause, and stagnation. But I do feel like this is Source saying they're just stagnant on their journey. They don't know how to stop. They don't know how to step away from it. Because when they look at you, okay, looking at this card, they see you as this beautiful being that doesn't even have a place in this life, and they feel like you're so unnatural from the natural order of things that you somehow have this connection to Source. You somehow get truth without even asking or waiting around for it. It just comes to you. It's inspired to you. You have a gift. You're able to do things flawlessly. You make everything look easy. And I feel like for you, it wasn't always like that. Like, you had to grow into who you are today, and it may not be even easy for you now. It's just you just know how to do it. And so they see you as this magnificent being. And so instead of trying to step up to your level, which is so far away from where they are, they'd rather tear you down. The homebody. I enjoy the secure base I have made for myself and my loved ones. So this is somebody who never leaves home. This is someone who's very like they just don't know the world, right? They stay at home, maybe they watch TV. I'm seeing somebody who's drinking beer and eating chips and sitting in front of the TV, watching the Sports Center all day, all night. Like, they maybe stay up until like all hours of the night watching the same thing. They don't get enough sleep. They wake up early in the morning. They turn on the TV right away. Like, always noise going on. Like, the house is never quiet. When it's quiet, you see them like get really antsy. They might go and just go into a room where they can turn on either the radio or their phone or the computer or an iPad or something like that. Like, this is somebody who does not and cannot be in the silence, because when they're in the silence, all that ugliness that's on the inside starts flying through their head. And they're so used to projecting that out to everyone else that they don't want to deal with it themselves. And that's what's going on. It really makes me sad that this person is this way. And you know, honestly, the best thing that we can do, Pile 2, we can absolutely be mad. That's a choice in the matter. But I feel like, seriously, in this matter, this person just needs a prayer of having their timeline dissolved so that they can come up into their highest loving light. Because it's no one deserves to be hurt their whole life, but there are so many people who choose not to make a change. And we can't be the person to be that change for them, but we can absolutely send prayers of love and compassion their way. Well, keep it on moving. You know, keep moving on towards your journey. So this is what I see for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave that there's a little X. Like this X right here, this red X, there's a little X in the emojis. I've seen it multiple times. Leave that little X and say, I stop letting this person's words affect me and I grow into my journey. So you let Source know you're ready to come up into this higher vibration and move on from this old situation. And leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, though, and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, Pile 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful turquoise, it's going to focus here, okay? Or if you were drawn to this image here, then this is going to be a reading on who is gossiping about you. So with this reading, we're going to find out more about who, and then I'm going to let Source decide if they're going to continue to tell us who this person is, what it is that they're saying, or whatever it is that source wants to come through in regards to the message of who's gossiping about you. They are general messages, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing down below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you'll find the links necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Memberships are now up and live. If you're curious about those, if you click the join button down below next to the subscribe button or where the subscribe button used to be, it will show you the levels that are available as well as the options that come with each level. And also, I just want to say thank you to any and all of my continued supporters, viewers, watchers, subscribers. I'm truly honored to be a part of this miraculous journey with you and to be a part of this incredible tribe that we've built and continues to grow. And for those of you that are new here, this is a welcome and a reminder that we are all here having this human experience and that this here is a safe place for you to come as you are as your highest, most authentic, loving, aligned self. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it and find out who is gossiping about pile number 3. Source, what messages can you tell us? Who is gossiping about pile number 3? What would you like to say here, source? Who is gossiping about pile number 3? Wow. Okay. The 10th house has come out in all 3 piles. So we are very clearly talking about work, a father situation, or a baby's daddy situation. Okay? In all 3 piles. Capricorn has come out in another pile as well. Definitely do have some that watch all 3 piles together. And if you're someone who's made it through all 3, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. That heart will always be reserved for you. Okay? So let's get into this and find out what we've got going on here. Definitely someone who's very cynical, rigid, judgmental, pessimistic, very low vibrational. Someone who wants others to hear their suffering but doesn't want to care about another person. Right? This is also someone who can be a feminine sign. They could be a water and earth sign. They don't have to be. They could absolutely have Venus in Capricorn. They could be a Capricorn sun, moon, rising. This is someone, though, who, like, you know, when Capricorns are in their shadow, they're just like negative Nancy's. Like, and of course, when we're talking about gossiping, yes, that is, right? It is somebody being negative. Because they don't want to focus on themselves. They'd rather focus on where someone else is at and saying whatever it is that comes to mind about that person. And this is someone who sees your long-term goals. They see your success. They know that you're capable of it, but they got a problem with it. Like, this is someone who just has a problem with it. Like, they got a problem with the fact that you're actually probably going to manifest your journey. They have a problem with the fact that you self-love, that you care about yourself deeply. This is someone who has a problem with the fact that you are living proof of what you say you are. You don't just say it and then do whatever. Like, you say it and you live it. And this person just has a problem with that. Like, they got a problem with you actually living your journey. They're burdened by it, and they don't have a sense of security or stability in their own journey. They don't have a sense of security and stability in themselves, and so they lash out a lot at other people who do. This is someone who could be a friend. I don't know where that's coming from, but it came out. It was really loud right now. This is someone who's very fearful. They like control. They like to have... This is like one of those people, like if you work with them and they might be a boss, this is somebody who gets dizzy on a brick. Or they like to be the person that hangs out over your shoulder and watches everything that you do and then criticizes you for you not doing it the way that they would, or just criticizes you for the sake of criticizing you. Okay? This is someone who cannot compromise. They don't feel very good. They don't love themselves. They don't like pleasure. They don't like harmony. You might be like, who doesn't like those things? No, this person is very focused on the material side of things. They're very stubborn and they're a materialistic person and they don't see the benefit of anything that's emotional. And so the fact that you love yourself or you're practicing self-love here, it's something that just rubs against the core of who they are, because for them, money is God. That's such a weird way to say it, but it just came out. It was like, okay. But that's what it is. Money is everything. Material wealth is everything. Like, if you're a millionaire, then they'll respect you. But not if you were pile 3. Like, if you were a millionaire, they'd have no respect for you. Like, that's just but anybody else that's a millionaire, anybody else that makes more money or has a nice car, drives nice things, like, you know what I mean? Like, has a nice house and has a boat and all that stuff. Like, they respect that person. Deep down, they hate that person, but they're going to show up in a respectful attitude towards that person because that's what they want. And it's almost like the hope, if I'm nice to this person who has money, then maybe they'll give me some of their stuff. But for you, it's like you just go against everything that they've ever known in their whole life. And it's like because your journey is all about loving yourself and learning how to become successful through love and happiness, it makes them feel awful. Like, they're still stuck in this illusion that life is all about the financial gain. If I have money, then I wouldn't have the problems that I have. You know, what is that song? More money, more problems? Right? Like, there's a song out there. I wish I could remember, but that's what I'm hearing right now. More money, more problems. So they say, how much money you got? Oh, it's a rap song. Oh my gosh, I can't. I've heard it a ton of times, and that's what they're saying. It's like, if you know which song I'm talking about, comment it down below so that others know. But that's what's coming through, is like, I got more money, so I got more problems. Like, he's like talking about it, and it's like everybody thinks that just because you're rich and famous, you don't have issues, but you don't know. Like, you don't realize it. And then there's another song that's coming through where it's like, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because it's so funny. It's like, no, we don't share the same bloodline. Like, that is, I think it's called ADD or ADHD by ISIS. Yeah, I think so. I think that's we don't share the same bloodline. Like, he talks about it. He's like, don't be asking me for money because we don't share the same bloodline. But this person may share the same bloodline for you. And that's the only reason they keep you around if you become successful like that, because they see you becoming successful. Like, the only reason they want to keep you around is for hopes that you're going to relieve some of the stresses in their life. You're going to relieve some of the problems for them in their lives. What? That is not your business. I hear that guy from Four Brothers. That's how I like the way you do business. Like, no, you don't. No, not really. Not really. Just trying to manipulate their way out of a situation. It ain't gonna work this time. Ain't gonna work like that. No. Get out of here, homie. We don't play that game. We don't play it like that. You work for what you got and you work hard. You learn to love and care compassionately in the world. You know, my mom always used to tell me when I was growing up, you get a lot further with honey than with vinegar, or you catch a lot more bees with honey than vinegar, or flies, however you heard it. My mom always said you just get a lot more further with honey than vinegar. And it's true. But so many people be thinking they're coming in with the worst. Their vinegar is done spoiled and sour and turned rotten. It's growing green, and they're like, oh, everybody's gonna want my vinegar, and everybody's like holding their nose, running away from it, like, I don't want. And they don't see the problem with that. They don't see it. Look at this transformation here. Source is asking you to let go of what's no longer serving you. There may be something that's keeping you in this person's energy or keeping you around with them. Yeah. It's like they're the reason. Look, here you go. They have a problem with you, and they feel like you're a problem in their life. Like, for some reason you're setting them back on their course, like that they're not able to get ahead because you're in their energy. But it's actually the opposite. This person is holding you back from achieving your dreams, and there's something here that's about to change where you're about to just take off. Like, you're about to move away from this energy. You're about to be like, look, you go live your life. I'm going to go live my life. I got things I got to take care of. And they're going to be like, well, you owe me. And you're going to be like, no, I'm sorry. Why? Well, because of this, that, and the other. And then here we have with the Six of Swords in the reverse talking about how they're greedy about it. They're being greedy about having you in. It's like, oh, as long as you're not successful, then they look like the good guy, right? But the minute that you become successful, and it's like, oh, then I can use pile 3 to get access to what I want. Who cares about pile 3? Hello, get out of here with that stanky energy. we've got the Two of Wands in the upright. What else do we have coming through? It's Four of Swords. I'm not surprised this came out. The Popess coming out reversed, and the Ace of Wands. This person really believes that you're misguided. Like that they're... Look at this. Okay, so starting here, they're small-minded. With the Four of Swords here, like the Four of Swords in the reverse can talk about being hemmed in. The energy I'm getting from it right now is being small-minded. And then you have the Two of Wands here, which is talking about having options, right? And in the reverse or the upright, it's really basically the same thing as having options. It is in the upright, which is more like you have tons of options rather than just a few options, really. And so it's like you have all these options available to you. And this is what they think. They believe that they're offering you options that are sound based on their small-minded energies. It's like this person could be coming to you and offering you, I don't know, maybe they're trying to get you to change departments, or maybe they're trying to get you to work in the business that they work in, or maybe they're trying to get you to do what it is that they do because they see results from it. And whatever you're doing, you have to work to get to where you're getting results. Like there is no, I get instantaneous gratification. Like I have to keep showing up every day. I have to keep going every day. I have to keep showing up regardless. I have to make progress despite payment, despite return, because eventually I won't have to make as much progress and my return will be tenfold. And they don't see it that way because they've always lived in a life where, no, you do X amount of work, you get this many dollars, and they don't see life the way that you are. But we're running into right now an influx of people who are learning how to make money in different ways, or learning how to become stable in different ways than others. And so this person just has a huge issue with the way that you see money and the way that you're going to make money. But this person with the Popess coming out here in reverse next to the Four of Swords is showing just how closed-minded this person is. Anytime she shows up in a reading in the reverse, the base energy we're talking about is being superficial. I mean, there's more to it than that, but this is very significant to the reading. They're looking only at what they've ever known, and that's that I have to go here and I have to work 30, 40, 50, 20, whatever hours a week so that I can do this, and I can't change that. There's nothing else out there. And it's like you're over there, like you may say, well, what about all those other people that became and they're paying their bills like this? They're like, oh, they just got lucky. Like to them, it's just luck, and they don't think that anybody around them is that lucky. And for you, you're like, no, it's hard work. Like, there's a difference. There is no such thing as luck. There's you make your own luck. And, even if you do believe in luck, whatever it is, it's just saying that, like, you're trying to show this person this, or you've been trying to help them see this. But overall, this person can't change the way that they're thinking because they're their own worst enemy here with the Ace of Wands next to the Popess in reverse. They're being their own worst enemy. They cannot get over themselves. This person is arrogant. This person's small-minded. This person is ruthless. They're in a bad place in their life overall. And I feel like you're being represented here by the Nameless card, or what you might know as Death. And that's what it's saying. Like, don't let this person's failures become your failures, pile 3, because this person has their own issues to work through that have nothing to do with you. Whether they've been in your life for a long time or for a short time, it doesn't matter, because you have so much going for you. You have so much happening in your own life right now that, they can't hold a candle to what you're doing or who you are. This person really believes that you're the one that's misguided. Like, for what's showing up for them, I feel like that's what this person is putting out there. Like, they're gossiping about you. They're saying, oh, they're just superficial. Like, they don't know what they're doing. They don't realize how hard they are on themselves. They don't realize that they're hurting themselves so bad, and that I'm the one that stepped in and gave them this or gave them that or whatever it is. Or if it's work, it'd be like they came in and they're like, oh, well, they only took those ideas from me. And you're like, what? No, you didn't. You've never even helped me with nothing. Right? Oh, the only reason that they love themselves so much is because I told them about self-love. I'm pretty sure that self-love is not brand new. That thing's been circling around for a long time. Yeah, fierceness, Wolverine, number 5. This person is very uncomfortable with you being comfortable with change. You got an army of warriors fighting a battle for you that you might not even know about right now. Okay, behind the scenes in the spiritual realm, like, this person's spirit is so negative that they usually do spiritual attacks without knowing. Like, I don't feel like this person is conscious of the spiritual psychic attacks that they do. Because this person doesn't know what it is to speak life on another person. 1551. They don't know what it is to speak life on another person, so they're constantly speaking ill or negativity over people. And so there's a lot of spiritual attacks that are coming through that your angels are warding off. You may also have one spirit that could be an ancestor. I'm definitely getting like a grandfather or like kind of like that shaman energy, and part of that does come from this card, but from this card as well, like someone who is in your bloodline that could have been considered a healer or a shaman. It could even be a grandmother or an auntie and uncle or something like that, but it does feel masculine to me that's been going to bat for you, and this person's just been hitting a brick wall when it comes to you, and they're not sure why, like, because this person feels like they're influential. Okay, like they feel like they've affected or influenced people to make certain decisions, or they've watched as, you know how somebody can be so negative that they can, okay, I guess not, that they can really affect a whole crowd, a whole room, and that whole room will start acting like them. This person's seen that. They've bared witness to that, and they're like, oh, I influence people without even thinking twice about it. I'm going to influence pile 3. And for you, you're just off in la la land doing your own thing, focusing on you. And this person's like, why aren't they listening to me? And they're so mad about it. And it's like, because you got angels that are fighting their demons like it's, you know, yesterday's news, honestly, because it is. It's old news. It's old news. You're taking care of you, and they're taking care of you. We have Dragonfly with emergence here. It's why? Because you're about to step up into a level that they didn't even know was possible. And you've also accepted the dualistic nature between your guys' connection, whatever that is. You know what? Sometimes people are just low vibrational and they got to cause chaos. They want to cause turmoil. They want to cause havoc because that's the energy they like to live in. But through that, it's like you found your peace, I feel, with lightning and power coming out. That's where your power resides, is in finding your peace. The more peaceful and calm you are, the more clarity you have. The more clarity you have, the more confidence you have, right? Okay, you're getting 2 of those. We've got 56 on the bottom. Make your dreams real. Exactly. You're weaving your dreams into existence. And that's why this person has such has trouble with you. And that's why they're gossiping about you. They're just seeing you manifest a reality that they could have ever dreamt of. And the thing is here, it's almost like they're in this energy of, they know that it's going to happen for you, but they don't want to convince themselves that it's happening. Like, they're doing everything in their power to try to convince themselves that you're never going to get there. Like, they don't ever want to believe in you like that, because then they would have to eat their own words, right? So we do have yang energy here with proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. So you're definitely in the masculine energy. You're doing what you need to do, okay? And Source is acknowledging that. Okay, we do have Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. You're being of service. You're doing the service of Source. You're doing Source's will here, trying to be good for all humans, trying to be good for humankind, the world, taking care of the environment, whatever it is. Like, you're spreading love in various ways. And again, we have this idea, the angels, they're keeping you sheltered from the reality of what this person's really saying. Like, you may have inklings about this person. Like, you may know that they're saying stuff about you, but let me tell you, you do not have any idea the depths of what this person is saying. Like, it's because they're purposefully keeping you shielded. We have a star here. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. Why? Because they want you focused. They want you hyper focused, pile 3. They want you hyper focused on your goals and dreams, because you are about to step up into a world like maybe only you could have ever dreamt of. It's about to happen. Look, dark side. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. And I feel like if you knew the extent of what this person was saying, and again, I'm not here I'm not here to make you think about it like that or to worry about it like that. No, no, no. That's not what this is. I just feel like the thing is here is to remind yourself that this person has their own to deal with. Okay, and yeah, maybe they are saying stuff about me behind my back, but I'm so focused on my dreams and my journey, like that doesn't matter to me anymore, right? We have illumination. Something hidden is coming to light now. You find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. Someone lends you a helping hand. Yeah, you're about to manifest your soul tribe, like the people who are meant to be around you, pile 3. So we have, look, polar bear ancestors. What was I saying? You have an ancestor that could be a shaman. They could just be an uncle, a great grandma. This is someone who's practiced some sort of ritualistic energy in their life, coming through and protecting you. With polar bear coming out, this is what this is talking about. Your ancestors are walking this journey with you. Like they want to come through so loud and so clear. Like you may know exactly who this is, and they're saying, look, I got your back, boo-boo. Don't you dare worry. I am going to battle for you behind the scenes. And this person is feeling it. Like this person may be struggling right now. They may be experiencing a lot of pain. They may be experiencing a lot of loss. They may be experiencing a lot of financial hardships. They may be experiencing all of that. They may be just experiencing so much turmoil in their own life. But see, the thing is this person's too closed-minded to see that it's their own doing. Right? And it's not that your ancestors are out there trying to cause problems for another person. That's not what it is. They're just over here tired of them picking on you. It's like, it's been long enough. It's been too much. Too much and that's it. We got to stop this. And so it's like, I'm going to keep my baby sheltered. Right? This is my baby. I'm taking care of them. I want them to be the best of the best that they can be because they're healing ancestral lines. They're the warrior of our family and we need them. And if this is a family member or someone you're connected with in a family-like manner, or if it's a coworker, it doesn't matter. They're like, get out of the way. So we have 65 here. Trust in the great mystery. Look. So we have 56 and 65 coming out. 11 coming through here. Very powerful. This is Source saying like this has all happened for purpose to make you stronger, to help you trust, to keep your faith strong. So we do have turn knowledge into wisdom, 67. Yeah, definitely turning this knowledge into wisdom that you're learning from this. And also realizing that, like, again, that energy coming back up. If this is someone close to me that's treating me like this or that has treated me like that, like, it's not going to affect you if anybody else treats you like this in the world. And that might be a weird way of seeing it. But at the same way, it's showing you how strong you are. Yeah, we have Archangel Michael. I'm giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. You could have come here from another pile. The shadow aspect, tempted. If you are considering going astray, why not just opt out? It will be better in the long run. Didn't I say earlier that this person is used to influencing people, to tempting them to do what they want? This person knows they have a gift and influence, but they use it for their own agenda. And it doesn't work on you. Why? Because you're too high vibrational. That's it. This person cannot tap into your energy because they don't know how to come up to your level. And so because of that, they're like, well, why can't I get them to come over here? Why can't I? And it's because you don't have that temptation. Like, I don't really care. Maybe for a part of your life you did, or maybe for a part of when you were first in this job you did, or maybe when you first knew them you did. But something switched really quickly and it came to light. It was illuminated how they were being, and you were like, no, that's cool. I don't want your juice no more. Manifesting. Didn't I say that in the beginning? This person is mad because you're manifesting your dreams. And we have manifesting here coming out. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. And we had that here. You're moving forward. You're doing what you need to do. So this person's just triggered by you overall because you go against everything that they stand for. And it's not like they even believe in what they stand for either. It's just that that's all they've known, and they think that they're right and that you're wrong, and they want to be right. This person wants to be right because if they're right, then they have some sense of, I don't know, like when you're right, really what does it do? It gives you some sense of like, haha, for the moment, and then it's gone as fast as it comes in. It's not like it lasts for a long time, right? Okay, thank you. What else would you like to say about this person, Source? Okay, I think that one wants to come out. Yeah, and we'll just leave it at that and see what comes out. Guarded and vulnerability. And that's the thing, like, you're this very beautiful energy where you know how to guard your heart, but you're also very open to being vulnerable. Like, you're not afraid to be vulnerable. And even with this person, like, even though this person is not really in your energy too much, or they are, like, you're vulnerable with this person, but you're not in this place of letting your guard down. And this is Source coming in to balance out the karma justice here. It's like this is done, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, your ancestors, like, this has got to be done, Source. Like, we got to get on the other side of this. And it's just all in divine timing. It's not like they made you suffer longer than you had to or anything like that. It's just you had to go through the motions to get to where you were going. And once you got there, it's like finally your ancestors like, yes, I have control over the spiritual realm now and I can kick some booty. Boop. Yeah, right? So there was change here. It took you courage to change. That's what I'm saying. Like, you had to initiate it. It had to come from you. Boom. We have Saturn energy, contracts, career, commitments until debt tear us apart. We have all Capricorn energy here. 10th house, Capricorn and Saturn coming out together. This was a karmic contract for you. And now you've released it. You've surrendered to your journey so that you can purge this energy. It's no longer yours to hold on to. You could very well be the divine feminine, but you are standing in that firm feminine energy where you're ready to release that which is rightfully yours because you planted so many seeds and they're about to spring forth, right? Because you're tired of being in this place of sabotage and guilt. And this is that energy that they were trying to put on you. And so now they have to feel it alone. And they're not used to feeling it alone. They really have tried to make you feel their pain and their hurt and their sorrow. And something along the way, you just put up a very strong emotional boundary where it's like, nope, that's your stuff to carry. And there's a lot of healing here coming in. You know, a lot of wisdom. And I feel like, again, this is going back to what I was feeling with your ancestors. It's like you have an ancestor who's coming in who has a lot of ancient wisdom. You know, whether you come from a tribe or whether you come from a certain background that practices different types of rituals here, it's like you have wisdom coming in, and it's only wisdom that gets brought to you in the darkest of nights. You know, because we don't see the stars unless there is no light in the world, right? That's the only time when we see the stars. Even when the moon is at its fullest, like, it blocks out a lot of the stars. And so here is that energy coming through. It's like, I'm going to help you get that wisdom, but you had to go through the darkness in order for me to give you that wisdom. There's a lot of sacral chakra healing here. So this is somebody who's kept you from feeling the truth of who you are, which does tell me this could be a child's father here, because that is that sexual energy that is through our sacral chakra, sexual soul ties. Okay. So what do we have here? The leaders. I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. That's exactly here. And then we also have number 5, which is that very uncomfortable place of change. And you just own it. You live it. You experience it. And you're like part of it. And you're always getting these downloads. It's like you may know what to do or what to say, when to act, when not to act. And it's like you might also ask yourself, like, how did I know that? And it's like, because you're really connected to whoever this ancestor is. This may not be anybody in your immediate line either. This may be someone from really far down the line, and they have been waiting for you so that they can be one of your guides. They've been waiting for you. That's what it feels like. This is somebody who's, I've been waiting generations for your love to experience this world, for your love to be born. I've been waiting. You were the chosen one in our family. You're the one that we chose to create vibrations and ripples to change that which is no longer for us. Pew! Getting out of here. Right? I love this reading. This was actually really awesome reading. I know this is really difficult for you to go through, but this is an amazing reading overall. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little, the justice, what is it? The balance. I forgot what the scales. There we go. Thank you. The scales. Leave the scales down below and say, my karmic justice is that I get to live the life of my dreams. So you let Source know that you're calling in this higher vibrational love. Leave me a thumbs up. I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this incredible reading. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.